What's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylint, and today's title topic, the rant of the ramble, is going to be about not playing MMOs anymore. Just done. See you later, kids. It was fun. Don't play MMOs anymore. No, we're gonna elucidate this. Don't worry, guys. Please stay tuned for the whole video. And the gameplay in the background actually is of a non-MMO. Normally, I pick for these podcasts just one game, slap down some footage, and just kind of talk about it and use it as an example, right? Well, we're talking about MMOs, and Paladins is actually a very specific choice. Because I think a lot of people want to play certain games for certain reasons, but they don't realize that maybe some other branching genres, or just completely opposite genres, holy shit, actually have what they're looking for. So there are types of players, many of you who play MMOs, and it's pretty obvious, okay, from tons of videos that I've done. Marketing agencies know this, game developers, publishers know this. You players should also know this too, that people who play MMOs are fucking hungry for MMOs. We want what MMOs provide us. However, I think that there's some confusion with what MMOs actually do great and what MMOs actually provide us. Some of you guys don't even know what MMO stands for, really. You're like, yeah, MMO stands for MMORPG. No, it doesn't. No, it's not. MMO is not short for MMORPG. And no, League of Legends or Paladins is not an MMO, okay? Anyway, so yeah, there's just a whole lot of confusion and misinformation and stuff, and I've done tons of videos trying to explain it, but today we're going to be talking about what MMOs not just do best, but really what they do not great, and what maybe you should not play MMOs for. Like, actually go play an action RPG, go play a server survival game, go play some of these other genres that provide some awesomeness that MMOs can provide. You know, kind of, because MMOs kind of can be like a jack of all trades sort of type of titles and stuff like that. Some of them are more niche, absolutely, but for the most part, you're gonna want to go and check out some of these other genres, and that's what I'm telling you. So you guys who just play MMOs and then just shit on every MMO because it's not Ultima Online or EverQuest, you know, back in the day, just because they aren't doesn't mean they're bad games, okay? There's games like Trove, which are truly, genuinely very fun. It's casual, sure. It's no Ultima Online as a sandbox game, absolutely, but it's really, really crazy and fun in a lot of its own unique ways. And there's other MMOs too, like PlanetSide 2, which is pretty fun. It's not a, I guess, proper RPG because it's not medieval knights and fantasy, and there's not really role-playing, but, you know, mechanically, it's an MMO, and it's crazy fun for its own uniquities. Guild Wars 2 as well. Guild Wars 2 really did some very unique and special things, but because its rating isn't as competitive as World of Warcraft, and because its dungeons, you just kind of fly through them real quick, so unlike the leveling that you remember maybe from Elder Scrolls or something like that, just because it doesn't have that maybe you personally associate with MMOs, that doesn't mean it's any less of an MMO. In fact, I think Guild Wars 2 is one of the best MMOs because of what it does right. And yeah, it does spread itself thin, but it does do some unique things right, and a lot of people miss that. All these different MMOs do have its own unique factors. So whenever I'm exploring communities such as Darkfall, or I'm going into these like more hardcore games like Albion Online, it's really sad to me that these people only just play these kind of games, or maybe even just that one game. And like, all MMOs just fucking suck. They're just the worst, man. And you're like, these people, and it's not always just these people, you know, it's the MMO community as a whole that I've seen has been a lot of complaining. It's a whole lot of complaining. It's a whole lot of toxicity, and that's coming from me, guys. I think we all know how edgy and toxic that I can be, I guess you can say. But the thing is that all these MMOs, from my experience of playing just such a plethora of games, from children's games like The Amazing World, which is debatably even an MMO or not, all the way to Darkfall Online. You know, I've played all these games, and they do offer something special. But the thing is you guys who are playing MMOs for specific reasons, I implore you to try out some different genres, okay? So let's use the example of PvP, since that's why I'm showing Paladins here. This is getting suggested a lot more often, but a lot of people are just so hungry for MMOs, they're just constantly asking for MMOs, and a big question is like, yo, dude, what MMO has the best PvP? And there are some MMOs that I could list personally, and, you know, I totally will do a list like that. Tomorrow we're doing top 10 hardcore MMO, if you guys are excited for that. But a lot of people will just be like, yo, dude, just go play Chivalry. You know, go play Chivalry, go play For Honor, which, hey, actually kind of does have some massive online components to it, sort of, kind of with a faction war thing that's broken, but whatever. Go play, you know, stuff like, maybe somebody will say Guild Wars. You know, Guild Wars does PvP okay. Some might say Darkfall, but a lot more people are going to say go play Overwatch. Go play Paladins. Because these games take what used to be like the battlegrounds of World of Warcraft or the arenas, you know, in Guild Wars 2, and they take that sort of mindset and, you know, the abilities, the classes, they turn them into characters, they turn them into kits, and they make it a truly competitive thing. Now, you still have almost like the mechanics, or even better mechanics, and you actually have a lot of depth to these games that a lot of people just miss out on. And they're actually very fun, and they truly are becoming esports. They're very popular. You guys are seeing it, but a lot of people aren't going to play them because they don't have the story attached, because they don't have dungeons attached, because they don't have PvE attached, and that's kind of sucky, dude. That kind of really sucks. Because these games are focusing on what, I don't know, I don't understand, because you guys really want these very specific things, but you're not going to go to the games that specifically provide those obviously specific things. So that's one way to do PvP, you know, such as Paladins, very competitive. Well, I mean, debatably, but still, it's got a pretty big esports scene because of Hi-Rez. And it is very MMO-ish. In fact, in its alpha, it looked a lot like Guild Wars 2 Sieging of Castles. And then you have games that maybe people are like, no, I want the open world aspect. You know, I want that hardcore aspect. So people would suggest Darkfall or Albion Online or something like that. But there are non-MMO games that totally have that. You do have Ark Survival Evolved. You do have free-to-play Unturned, which is actually really cute zombie survival. So there even is, you know, you do have a little bit of PvE in those games, and you do have PvP, you have guild clans, you have lots of people playing. It's not technically massively multiplayer, but you do have a layer of persistence on those servers. You can actually build up keeps and towns and kingdoms, kind of, sort of. And there are games that exist that aren't quite MMOs, but they do provide exactly what you're talking about, you know? And the thing is, with the previous videos I've done talking about like why MMO PvP sucks and everything, maybe I was a little bit harsh and maybe a little bit too ranty and rambly for what that community can really maturely tolerate. I'll admit it. But the thing is that MMOs, because of their nature, just simply will never do something to the, you know, certain things as good as other genres. And because of human ingenuity and because of our hunger for those things, we have created pseudo MMOs. You know, we have games like Destiny and Dragon Nest and Vindictus that a lot of people just gloss over because they're not truly massive. And I've definitely been a contender for saying that, you know, we really, if we love MMOs, we love it for the massivity, okay? So we play those massive games. That's why I'll play an open world PvP game like Darkfall or Albion Online. That's why I'll play Black Desert. That's why I play, well, to an extent, why I don't play World of Warcraft, but that's also why I used to play World of Warcraft. But I really want that truly massively multiplayer content. But a lot of you guys actually want MMOs not for that. You want it for hardcore raiding, okay? Like Holy Trinity party system. You want it for the PvP, the battlegrounds, the customization with your classes, you know, the abilities, the type of combat that it is. You don't get that in normal first-person shooters. You don't get that in normal fighting games. I'll admit that. But there are now new genres. You have hero shooters that are kind of blending it. You have new MOBAs, you know? You can go play a MOBA, dude, like Smite or Paragon or Gigantic. Holy shit, dude. That really feels like kind of like a battleground of an MMO. And that's kind of the point, dude. It's a multiplayer online battle arena, dude. Battlegrounds, let's go. Then you have new upcoming Mordhau, and you do have Chivalry, dude. Chivalry is a melee game. Freaking Mountain Blade Warband, Tiger Knight Empire, dude, Dark Souls, you know, Bloodborne, these games, a new Absolver coming out. There's so many games coming out or have come out that do things that MMOs have, you know, previously kind of started the genre or kickstarted an idea, a concept, because that's what MMOs do, dude. They just cast a net of features and stuff, and then something sticks, and then they focus on that, okay? But generally, it's actually not the massivity that makes MMOs very popular to a lot of people or very hungry. So, to me, I pander, I guess you could say, to the people that really like massively multiplayer games. I really like games like PlanetSide 2 or Trove, things that are very open and multiplayer and social, like Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online. Okay, those are really MMOs to me. But a lot of you guys are looking to play MMOs and you just think they all fucking suck because you're not actually looking at the massive component to those games, or you're not even playing really MMOs, because a lot of them do false claim to be MMOs. So what I expect from you guys, okay, is to just stop fucking playing MMOs, okay? Just stop playing them. If you really want endgame PvE dungeons, there are some that do it good. You know, World of Warcraft, Terra, WildStar, those games do it, but you can also check out games like Monster Hunter. Toykiden 2 just recently came out. There is Dark Souls if you kind of want a cooperative experience, sort of a little bit. It's a little bit more single player, I'll admit it. But there are games out there that do PvE really, really well and cooperatively, and I expect to see more action RPGs, such as, you know, the new Lineage coming out, actually. And then we have the Ark. Oh my god, Lost Ark. It looks really hype. But then if you want PvP, there are the whole server survival thing. And if you are in it for just the creativity and social aspect, you really should check out Minecraft or Roblox, actually. They do have full MMO servers even, too. So, you know, there's kind of a breadth of, you know, if you want to do single player, co-op, small server, or actually full-on MMO, you can do that. There's a lot of games out there that aren't technical, fully, wholly MMORPGs, but there are games that are extremely social, extremely multiplayer, and they provide you with the content that you might want that you maybe first saw in an MMO, okay? And they will actually probably just completely blow it out of the water from what you past experienced. Of course, then again, there are reasons why people play MMOs, like I said, for truly massive content, for the truly social dynamic, for the progression systems, etc., etc. There are still reasons to play MMOs, and if you are playing MMOs for those uniquely MMO features, then absolutely don't stop playing MMOs. That's why I play them, that's why you play them, we love it, okay? But if you are one of those people that might be a little bit ignorant, and you don't realize you're ignorant because it's like, oh, I played MMOs for 10 years. Well, dude, have you played all genres of all multiplayer games? Have you played branching genres such as online action RPG? Have you actually tested the waters of these other games? These, like these DayZs, these H1Z1s? Have you played Battlegrounds, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds? Are you looking forward to Mirage? Did you play For Honor? Are you looking forward to Mordhau? Are you looking forward to Absolver? Are you looking forward to all these other games that aren't technically MMOs, but they're still online, persistent multiplayer? What about big team battle games? There's so many different kind of games that will give you a massive and epic experience. Not quite enough to call it an MMO, but that's because they don't spread themselves so thin. They curate themselves specifically on what players like you probably freaking want, and you just kind of don't realize it. So this is a video of me just saying, maybe you should stop playing MMOs. I'm imploring you to traverse some uncharted waters, because I think in the end, it'll give you an appreciation of what MMOs do special, and also it's gonna allow you to experience things that you never thought could be experienced to such a quality, to such a degree, to such epicosity, man. Truly, an epic is waiting to be told here, I promise you. And all you gotta do is be willing to set down the book you're reading and pick up another and turn the page. Give other genres a chance, guys. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for watching, much love, my name's Skylint, and I'll see you in the next one.